Biohazard warning. Entering contaminated zone. Transmissions jammed. Proximity coverage only. Backup activated. System rebooted.
What's up, nation? This is your boy Sly here with another Division video for you. Now this time around we're going to go over how you guys can easily beat the Incursion and get the gear you need to defend yourself and up your stats. It's worth noting that every time you complete the Incursion per week, you get a 214 gear score set piece and a random drop at 191, which are both pretty awesome to have. Of course, the real gem here is the 214 drop, but the weekly refresh is not that far away, so you won't have long to wait to get your next one. But on the flip side, if you haven't completed it this week, then you also don't have much time left to get it done either. Every time you beat the Incursion after that, you get a high end and a gear set piece at 191 that is random. Then, after the refresh, the 214 will drop again upon your first completion. And then it's back to 191s for the rest of the week. It is definitely worth completing at least once a week if that's all the time you have. So with the latest server maintenance, they fixed the Incursion Glitch. Well, not the wall breaching, but the APC will now only take damage from the C4. And if you try to wall breach into one of the spawn closets, you will instantly die. That was also a popular glitch, I guess. So now you pretty much have to do it legit. Unfortunately, the damage is already done, and all the legit players like us, we're going to have to catch up. So with that said, here is my best tactics on how to conquer the Incursion. First up, take a breath, guys. Relax. It is really not that hard. It just takes coordination and some teamwork, and you will easily get it done in 30 minutes. It's no longer than it takes to do a challenge mission. I promise you that. Alright, so on your way into the Incursion, there are some formalities that you should get out of the way. First, who is going to be the designated bomb runner? It should be whoever has the highest health, just to be on the safe side, because you will get shot at while running the bomb, and since you are exposed the longest, you'll get shot the most, so it just makes sense to have the highest health. The runner should also be running security link as well as 2 other teammates. Now, I'm usually a damage guy, but for this, damage isn't the problem, it's surviving the damage given to you. Plus, you'll be able to run faster while it's active, and that is incredibly useful for getting in, planting the bomb, and then getting the F out. Finally, have the 4th teammate run recovery link just in case you guys get overrun or some kind of miscommunication happens. Next, I recommend everyone to run an SMG or assault rifle and then some kind of long-range sniper. M1A is my choice, but the SRS or the M44 both work just as well. You'll see why that particular setup here in a few. Now for skills, I recommend 2 teammates to run support stations and flashbang sticky bombs. The other 2 should run healing grenades and pulse scans. For optimal setup, one supply station should be on auto revive and the other should be able to remove status effects. Both healing grenades should be on overdose, and for tactical pulses, at minimum, one should be on the long duration pulse, and it helps to have both of them set like that, but if you want to have the other one run like a damage pulse, that's not that big of a deal. Lastly, make sure that everybody has refreshed their medkits, bullets, and grenades, because you can only get ammo back from the red crates while inside the Incursion, not grenades or medkits, so keep that in mind. Alright, well once that is out of the way, go ahead and drop into the Incursion and then have somebody immediately pop their security link. What you're going to do here is book it into this central tunnel. Now guys, this is where you're going to be fighting from the entire time, so pull out a chair and get comfortable. Now the reason why you stay here is because unless you are up on the far steps or directly in the middle underneath this bridge standing by the wall closest to the APC, the turrets and the APC cannot hit you while you are in the tunnel. You are totally protected. So, drop your supply stations at each end of the tunnel and just slowly pick off the enemies as you see them. Most of them will try to get a shot off on you and will slowly make themselves visible. Once they do, light them up and you are good to go. So, once you complete your first wave, you will hear an alarm go off. Now, that is the signal that the next wave is about to begin. Once you hear this sign, give it a 1, 2, 3 count and then send out a pulse at the beginning of each wave. This not only identifies enemy locations, but more importantly, the enemy type. You do this because you want to identify your immediate threat, which are going to be the drones and shotgunners. So call out where the shotgunners are, which way they're coming, and which ones are the closest. Teams shoot them quickly to eliminate the threat and then focus on your next target, which should be the drones. More than likely, the shotgunners will be the first ones to reach you anyway, since they always rush right in. Save a pulse for every wave so you do not get caught off guard. If you do, don't be afraid to use your security link. Better to use it and survive than to wipe and reset your progress. Drones are your next biggest threat, especially the ones with the blue laser, as they will shock you in place and leave you vulnerable to be easily picked off by the others. A pro tip, a well-placed sticky bomb will fry all the drones in that area for a good 10 seconds. Frying them will give you guys plenty of time to stand directly underneath them without the worry of being shocked, so you can shoot them out of the sky. It's also a good idea to place the supply station that removes status effects in the direct center of the tunnel, underneath the bridge, or on the right side of the stairs if that's where you're fighting. The right side of the stairs facing the APC. Now, if you do get shocked, and if you're in that supply station, it won't be as bad and you can easily fight back. Now, y'all, if you can survive the rushing shotgunners and these drones, then you can no doubt easily beat the Incursion. The rest, stay back, and every once in a while a normal soldier will drop down, but he is easily removed. Just call it out. Now, here is where a long-range gun comes in handy. As you can see on screen, a lot of them like to stay up and away from the action. Heavy gunners, medics, and snipers are easy prey with a sniper. Now, if you guys have to leave the tunnel to try to get a better shot on somebody, always leave from the right side. There are boxes on the right side of the tunnel that actually block the enemy's line of sight, the APC and the turret. So you can peek out there, pick off the rest of the enemy without getting one shot by the APC. Once you're done, head back in the tunnel and you're good to go, but do not walk too far out from the last couple of steps or your head will be visible and that area of effect damage will instantly kill you. So on waves 4, 8, 12, and 15, you have to grab C4 and plant it at the back of the APC. Now you do this by locating a yellow bar elite with a yellow diamond above his head. It's the same diamond that is over the APC. He's easily noticed. Now it's best to kill him close to the tunnel where you can grab it, or anywhere that is en route to the front of the room. The trickiest part of the entire incursion is deciding when to run out of the safety of the tunnel and plant the bomb. If you kill too many enemies, they will spawn another wave and you'll have to get rid of them before you can try again. However, if you kill just enough and then take too long debating on when to make a go for it, they will also spawn more. It's best to leave 4 enemies alive. Once you kill the 5th one and there are only 4 left, it's time to make a move. Split up into 2 groups like you see on the screen, 2 on the left and 2 on the right. Have the bomb runner leave on whatever side the bomb is laying on, or if he already has it in his possession, leave from the left side of the room. It's the shortest and the safest. So count it down, and as soon as you leave the top of the stairs, pop a security link for damage protection and the added speed. The left has the shortest route, but you will get shot at first by the turrets, and having that security link active is the best way to avoid getting hurt. Now, once you make it inside this building, stand by this console next to the turret and wait for the right side to tell you that they are disarming their turret as well. At this point, the right side will be more exposed, so they need to turn off their console as soon as they arrive. They have an identical console on the right side of the room that looks just like this one. The second teammate on the right side tries to draw enemy fire and pick off any of the stragglers. Once both consoles are turned off and the turrets are no longer firing, the bomb runner can safely plant the C4. Now, at this point, if you have an extra security link to spare, go ahead and activate it just to be safe. But if no one is shooting at you, try to save it. After the bomb is planted, have everyone book it back to the tunnel, and that's it, guys. You just have to repeat it. Once you see how easy this really is, the rest of the incursion is mainly watching out for shotgunners and shocking drones. Scan at the beginning of every wave, track their movements so you can get the first shot on them. Now, if they do drop in on you, you have a second flashbang for a reason, so go ahead and use it. Even if you blind yourself, your teammates won't be affected by it and they can finish them off. Drop your support stations every time they are available, and anytime you're near a teammate, pop a healing grenade. Don't use it on just yourself alone. So once you plant the C4 twice, you will start getting more and more enemies. Yellow bar agents, which are the ones with the 2 lines in the star next to their health bar. You'll also get medics and heavy gunners. Take out the enemies based on their threat level. Shotgunners first, then drones, then start picking off agents, medics, heavy gunners, or snipers. Now, just to be safe, it's better to leave too many enemies alive and make a run for it than kill too many and get caught off guard by shotgunners and drones when you're up there planting the bomb. They spawn directly to the left and right of the APC, which is basically where both of your teams are during a bomb run. If you make this mistake, use your security link and then run back to the tunnel as soon as possible. Do not fight them out in the open. The turret and the APC will come back online very soon, and it is a fight that you cannot win. So with that said, take out your immediate threats first. In some cases, you'll have 6 enemies just sitting in cover on the far side of the room where you initially dropped in from. If that's the case, use that to your advantage and blind them, and then go for your bomb run. All your nerves will disappear, guys, after you plant your first bomb. Once you do that, make it back to your tunnel unscathed, and you are done, guys. It's just repeating that over and over again. So, quick recap. Scan at the beginning of every wave to identify your threats. Take out the highest threat first and work your way down the line. Use your supply station every time you can and always heal with a buddy next to you. If a cluster of drones are flying above you, flashbang one of them and they will all get stunned, which makes for easy pickings, and then leave the weakest enemies alive to make your bomb run. Oh yeah, last pro tip. If a medic is in deep cover and you're trying to kill him, shoot his healing supply station or med box, whatever you want to call it, and he will leave his cover to go fix it. This will allow you to pick him off easily. Do this 4 times in planting the bomb, and guys, you are done. The only thing to watch out for is that after your last bomb run, a flood of enemies will run out and the APC pretty much goes ballistic, shooting in every direction, trying to blow up everything in front of him. Head back to the tunnel and survive there. The tunnel will keep you safe from the missiles. Just watch out for enemies dropping in. After about 10 seconds of everything going crazy, everything else dies. Boom, congratulations, you are now a little more beast. But that's it, guys. It's really not that bad. If you're doing this in matchmaking, then you have to be able to communicate. If someone doesn't have a mic, you need to find someone who does. I don't like booting people, but if you don't boot them, they won't know when to run to cover. They can't tell you about rushing enemies. They can't tell you if their skill is active. It's going to lead to a downfall. On top of that, take your time. Nothing here is timed, and it's not a race. As long as you don't kill too many of the enemies, more will not spawn. Just take care of them when the opportunity presents itself. Stay safe above all else, and those turrets will stun you in place, and the APC will kill you regardless of your health. So just keep that in mind. But that's it, guys. You totally got this, and if you have any questions, feel free to hit me up. I am always willing to help out in any way that I can. Once you beat it, you will wonder why you ever thought this was hard in the first place. Challenge? Well, that's a different story, and you need to get the basics down on hard before even thinking about challenge. One step at a time, guys. And in a few more pieces, I'll have my challenge guide up. But that's it, nation. As always, thanks for watching, and I could not do this without you guys. Follow Sly Nation and Twitter and stay up to date on everything Destiny, The Division, and new uploads from my channel, Sly Nation. I'll have more stuff up soon, but until then, go get 'em, guys, and I will see you all in the next one. This is your boy Sly. Done, gone, out.
Ammo inbound. Zone B secure.